She's 34, he's 71. She's now his full-time caregiver, changing bandages, managing medications, living a life she never imagined at this age. 3 years ago, they were the happy couple everyone envied. Now she's trapped between love, obligation, and a future she didn't plan for. But here's what nobody told them when they started. This was always a possibility, and they never talked about it. Hi to you watching me, I'm Alex. I've been living in Thailand for a while now, and today we're having the conversation about age gap relationships that everyone's too scared to have, honestly. No romanticizing, no condemning, just the raw truth from someone who's watched hundreds of these relationships play out. Before we dive into it, if you're seeing this video first time, probably everyone will be seeing it for the first time as this is my first video, so yeah. If the algorithm pushes this video to you, then please consider giving this channel a subscribe. I promise you'll love it here. So let's get into it. First, let me be direct with you. I'm not here to tell you age gap relationships are beautiful love stories that conquer all. I'm also not here to tell you they're all exploitation and complete delusion. What I am here to do is tell you what I've observed living in Thailand, watching these relationships form, thrive, and sometimes spectacularly fall apart. And I'm going to say some things that will make some of you angry. Things like, most men in age gap relationships here shouldn't complain when they're asked for money because it's clear she's there partly for financial security. The question isn't whether money matters. The question is, have you set boundaries on how much, when, and for what? See, the problem isn't that money is part of the equation. The problem is men lying to themselves about it, then feeling betrayed when reality hits. So if you're looking for a fairy tale, this isn't that. But if you want the truth, the real dynamics, the actual challenges, and yes, what actually works, stay with me. Because by the end of this, everyone will know exactly what they're signing up for. First, we need to understand something fundamental. Thai culture and Western culture view relationships, especially age gap relationships, from completely different universes. In Thailand, age gaps aren't scandalous, they're normal. Go to any province, any city, and you'll see Thai men in their 40s and 50s with wives in their 20s and early 30s. This isn't entirely an expat thing, it's more like a Thai thing. Why? Because Thai culture weighs different factors. Stability trumps romance. Can he provide for a family? Is he responsible? That matters more than butterflies and passion. Family approval matters more than peer approval. If the family sees he's good to her and can support her, age becomes secondary. Respect for elders is built in. Dating someone older isn't seen as weird. It's often seen as wise because older people are viewed as having more life experience and wisdom. There's also economic reality. Thailand is still a developing country. Financial security isn't just a preference, it's often survival. When a Thai woman's family is struggling, her finding a stable partner who can help isn't gold-digging in Thai eyes, it's being a good daughter. Western culture, on the other hand, we're obsessed with age. Dating someone 10+ years younger, you're having a midlife crisis. Dating someone 10+ years older, you have daddy issues. We romanticize growing old together. We've been programmed to believe age gaps equal power imbalances, that someone's being taken advantage of, that it can't be real love if there's an age difference. And here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of Western men come to Thailand and discover that Thai women don't have that same hang-up. They're not judging him for being 55 and dating a 28-year-old. Her family might not care. Her friends might not care. And that creates this weird dynamic where the man is suddenly free from Western judgment, but he still carries it internally. He still feels like he needs to justify it, prove it's real love, and not what everyone back home thinks it is. The result? You've got couples living in between two worlds, accepted by one culture, judged by another, and that internal conflict, that's where a lot of problems start. Because when a man is insecure about whether his relationship is real, he either 1. Becomes defensive and hostile to any criticism 2, or becomes naive and refuses to see obvious red flags. Neither is healthy. Let me take you through a typical day in expat Thailand. You're walking through Terminal 21 in Bangkok. There's a Western man, maybe early 60s, with a Thai woman who looks late 20s. They're holding hands, laughing, clearly comfortable with each other. What happens? Thai locals, most glance and move on. It's not shocking. Some of the older Thai women might give a look, but it's usually more about, I hope she's being smart about this, than moral judgment. Western tourists, the stares, the double takes, the couple behind them whispering, the woman elbowing her husband and raising her eyebrows. You can literally see the narrative forming in real time. She's definitely with him for money. He's definitely one of those guys. I wonder how much he pays her. The couple. If they're new here, you can see the tension. He walks a bit stiffer. She might let go of his hand in crowded areas. They're hyper-aware of every glance. If they've been here a while, they don't even notice anymore. They've developed what I call judgment immunity. They've stopped caring because they've realized these people don't know their story, don't know if they're happy, don't know if it's real or not. Now here's what's interesting about the geography of judgment. Pattaya, nobody cares. You could be 80 with a 20-year-old and people barely glance. It's so common, it's invisible. Bangkok, Sukhumvit, Ceylon, mixed. Thai couples blend in. Obvious age gap expat couples get some stares from tourists, but locals don't care. Chiang Mai, more stares, especially in the old city. It's smaller, more community-oriented, so people notice. Islands, Phuket, Samui, tourist stares mostly. Locals don't care because they see it constantly. Rural Thailand. This is where it gets interesting. In some rural areas, people are more accepting because they understand economic realities. In others, you'll get curiosity stares, not entirely judgment, just genuine curiosity because they don't see foreigners often. But here's the assumption that kills me. When people see an age gap couple, they assume the woman is a former bar girl, sex worker, or from an agency. And sometimes, they're right. Many relationships here do start in bars, on dating apps that are basically sugar daddy platforms, or through introduction services. But here's what the judgers miss, despite the fact that the chances are very low, but a relationship that starts transactionally can become real over time. People are complex. A woman might initially be there for money and security, then actually fall in love. A man might initially be there for youth and beauty, then develop genuine respect and care. The problem isn't how it starts. The problem is when both people aren't honest about how it started and what it's become. And I'll be honest here, I've been on the other side of this too. When I first came to Thailand, I dated a 24-year-old Thai girl. She was respectful, soft-spoken, and for real, I genuinely liked her. It didn't feel transactional at first, but over time, the requests started adding up. And the truth is, I didn't push back. I kept giving, not because I was forced, but because I didn't want to ruin what we had. Eventually, it stopped feeling like help and started feeling like a routine, and by the time I realized it, I'd already lost a pretty hefty sum. That relationship taught me something important. The problem wasn't that money was involved, it was that I never set boundaries early. I never clearly explained my plans, my limits, or what I was comfortable with. And once a dynamic like that is established, it's very hard to undo. You see, I've been there too, so I also understand. All right, let's talk about the controversial truth about moment. I know, here's where I'm going to lose some of you, but this needs to be said. Most men in age gap relationships in Thailand need to stop complaining when they're asked for money. Let me explain before you rage quit this video. You're a 60-year-old Western man. You're dating a 22-year-old Thai woman. You met her online or in a bar or she was working at a massage shop. She's beautiful, sweet, attentive, and makes you feel 20 years younger. Now let's be honest about what she sees. You're not a Greek god. You're most likely overweight, balding, and your idea of fashion is a Chang tank top and cargo shorts. You're not rich, but compared to Thai wages, your pension or retirement income is substantial. You're offering her a lifestyle upgrade, nicer apartment, better food, ability to send money to her family, maybe travel. So when she asks for money, acts confused or betrayed, as if this isn't part of why she's with you in the first place. Here's the truth most men won't admit. You know money is part of the attraction. You know it deep down. You've just convinced yourself otherwise because it makes you feel better to believe she's with you purely for your personality. But let's flip this. You're attracted to her youth and beauty, right? If she gained 50 pounds and aged 20 years overnight, would you still be attracted? Probably not. So you're getting something, youth, beauty, attention, companionship, and she's getting something, financial security, stability, lifestyle upgrade. That's not wrong, nobody is saying it's wrong, but at least let's be honest, and this is where it goes wrong. The problem isn't that money is part of the equation. The problem is, 1, no boundaries. Men who give unlimited amounts whenever asked, then wonder why the requests never stop. 2, no clarity, never discussing what's reasonable monthly support for her family, how much, for what. 3, resentment building, giving money while internally resenting it because you want to believe she'd be with you even if you were broke. She probably wouldn't, and that's okay. 4, the test mentality. Some men deliberately date women they know are financially desperate, give them money, then feel superior when the woman proves she's with them for money. That's not her failing, that's you setting up a dishonest dynamic. Here's the solution. Be honest, with yourself and with her. Have the conversation early. I understand you need financial support. I'm okay providing this amount monthly for you and this amount if your family has emergencies, but I need to know what I'm committing to and we need boundaries. Most Thai women will respect that more than the guy who pretends money doesn't matter while secretly keeping score of every baht. After living here for a while, here's what I've seen work. Guy supports his girlfriend with a monthly allowance, clear amount. She knows it, he knows it. No surprises, no resentment. She wants to send money to family? Okay, but it comes from her allowance, not endless requests. Major emergency? They discuss it like adults. He helps if reasonable, and they move on. And here's what I've seen fail. Guy gives money but acts like a martyr about it. Guy refuses to give any money, then wonders why she leaves when a more generous man shows up. And the last one is the guy who gives unlimited amounts, then calls her a gold digger when he's broke. The hard truth. If you're not willing to provide financial support, don't date women who need it. Date women with careers, education, and financial independence. They exist in Thailand, but they're usually not the 22-year-olds working in tourist bars. You can't have it both ways. You can't want a young, beautiful woman from a poor background, then act shocked that money matters to her. Look, here's where I land after watching this play out over and over. Age gap relationships in Thailand aren't inherently good or bad. They're relationships with unique advantages and unique challenges. What makes me respect a couple isn't the age gap or lack thereof. It's whether they're being honest with each other, with themselves. And here's my controversial take one more time. Men, stop complaining about being asked for money when you know that's part of why she's with you. Be honest about it. Set boundaries. But don't act betrayed by something you knew from day one. If you want a woman who doesn't care about money, date women who don't need it. Simple. But stop expecting Cinderella on a waitress salary. So here's where I'll leave it. Age gap relationships in Thailand or anywhere else aren't automatically right or wrong. They succeed or fail based on one thing: honesty. Honesty about money, honesty about expectations, and honesty about power and dependency. If you're in one of these relationships, or you've been in one, I'd genuinely like to hear your perspective from both men and women. Not the internet cliches, the real experiences. In the next video, I'm going deeper into the parts most people avoid talking about. The visa dependency trap, how to tell if it's a scam or something real, the psychological toll of becoming the walking ATM, and why some men actively choose dependent partners and why that almost always backfires. These conversations make people uncomfortable, but they're necessary. If this video gave you something to think about, subscribe for more honest conversations about expat life in Thailand, the good, the bad, and the things nobody says out loud. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Thanks for watching all the way through. I'll see you in the next one. And Happy New Year!